The Eruptor is a gun that I have recently really come around to. It is probably the most versatile gun in the game for all three factions. While the magazine capacity may be lacking with only 5 rounds per reload, each of those rounds can smash most enemies and many of the objectives. The Eruptor is basically if a grenade launcher and a Barrett 50 had a child, and said child really enjoyed committing war crimes. Now, it has a sniper scope capable of 4x zoom, although it doesn't really matter that much because the projectile will detonate after about 180 meters. However, because of this, it does struggle mightily at close range, partially because of the scope, partially because of the low fire rate, and also because of shrapnel. And if you shoot it too close, you'll kill yourself. So let's not do that. But again, the shrapnel makes it crush hordes of voteless and other fodder enemies. Now, in each faction, there are a lot of advantages with it, and there are still a few disadvantages with the Eruptor. For the Illuminate, it can kill a flesh mob in 3 shots, which is huge, although grenade launchers are also pretty good against it, as well as killing voteless that might be around them. Like if you hit a flesh mob with an Eruptor and there's voteless right around it, you can kill the voteless with the Eruptor shot because of the shrapnel. Just boom. It's amazing. Now, it can take out overseers in like 1 or 2 shots, typically around 2, which can be a little bit annoying, but again, we have other weapons for that. And it can kill stingrays in 2 shots, which is huge because stingrays are a nightmare, or interlopers. Some people call them interlopers still, even though they're technically stingrays, but I digress. They're technically stingrays. Now, the Eruptor does struggle a bit against the Harvester. I think it can. I've never really been able to get it down, but I've heard people talk about how they can knock down Harvesters with it, but I've found it to be quite difficult to hit shots and do damage to it. And the Leviathans are also a huge issue with the Eruptor, as you basically might as well not even shoot at it because the Eruptor can't penetrate its armor. Now, if the wing is off, then go ahead and, I guess shoot it a couple of times, but you're not going to do that much damage to a Leviathan, so you're just better off using a recoilless rifle. Now, there's also landed Illuminate ships and their little camps. Now, this is probably where the Eruptor shines the most against the Illuminate, is the Illuminate ships, especially the repel invasions. So the Eruptor can disable the shield on a ship in 2 shots, just down. And then all you need is 1 shot to the inside and you've got it. You've taken out a whole ship, which is huge because an entire magazine of like a Liberator can barely take down a shield, and it's not going to destroy the ship or anything. So the Eruptor is way better than basically any other gun. Like grenade launchers, they'll destroy it in 1 shot once the shield is down, but they are very difficult to get the shield down with that. Now, obviously there's orbitals, but we're not going to talk about those. Now, you do have to be careful when you do die against the Illuminate when you have the Eruptor, because you will be in a enormous pickle if you land in the wrong spot. Because the Eruptor is essentially a support weapon, and you take a support weapon to be your primary. Typically a stalwart or a machine gun or heavy machine gun, one of those 3 would be your primary, technically. And this, again, is because of the fire rate of the Eruptor. It's so powerful and slow that is almost not worth using as your primary, which can be not good if you die and you're nowhere near your machine gun. So that's something to think about when you're taking the Eruptor, is be careful of hordes, because if there's hordes around you, you're gonna get killed. So again, yeah, machine gun is typically the best sort of support weapon to take when you're taking the Eruptor. But you can take others if you're confident enough, but hey, don't say I didn't tell you so. Now, as for the Automatons, it's pretty good. It's pretty good against the Automatons. Most of the time when you get overrun against the bots, it's typically not a ton of the little trooper guys. Yeah, there are a bunch of them, but there's not nearly as many as like the bugs or the Illuminate. It's a lot more of Devastators, Hulks, and Striders. which the Eruptor shines against. Now, these three can be handled pretty well, and you can one-shot almost all of them. I think with the Hulk it takes a couple shots, unless you hit it perfectly. And it is a little cumbersome though, with the low fire rate, but it's still pretty excellent. Now, if you want to be killing little fodder guys, take a machine gun as your support weapon. That's what I suggest. Now, the big thing against the bots the Eruptor can do is take out fabricators. Now, against fabricators, if you shoot from like an angle, like if you're at like a huge angle to a fabricator, and you shoot it towards the vent, the shrapnel will destroy the fabricator, making it really good at taking out fabricators from a long distance, which is awesome. It's because earlier missions for me, what I always did, like way back in the day, is I would take a recoilless rifle to take out fabricators from a distance, which works, but you've got 6 shots for a recoilless rifle, so you don't have that many shots, and so basically use the Eruptor for fabricators. That's your main goal. Now again, the shrapnel's pretty good against the little guys if you hit like a Hulk and there's just shrapnel everywhere, so that's pretty good. However, it is basically useless against turrets. I mean, if you get an open shot, I guess it'll work a little bit, but I mean, railguns kind of suck against turrets. Tanks, again, kind of the same thing, although you gotta get lucky, and dropships is completely useless. Just don't even worry about it. Factory starters are the same. I mean, you can take out the turrets and stuff, but there's not much else you can do. I guess if you hit it right in the eye, it's pretty good, but I mean, it's not going to be doing too well against starters. Pretty good against automatons, but again, you do have to be careful, and that's kind of just the way the Eruptor works. So you have to be very careful of everything around you so you don't get overrun and die due to the lack of fire rate of the Eruptor. Now, for the bugs, it will probably struggle the most against them because, hordes of bugs overrunning you is not uncommon. That happens all the time. You're basically in a horde shooter, which is kind of the whole game, but it's especially obvious against the bugs. Now, the reason this can be a struggle is even with a crowd control weapon, it can be a struggle to control the crowd. So, I mean, for your support weapon or in secondary, make sure you take a weapon that can handle crowds, because the Eruptor will not be great against it because of the low fire rate. Even though the shrapnel is pretty good against it, there's a good chance you'll end up friendly firing yourself or teammates with the shrapnel, which is unfortunate, but still, just take something to clear the crowds because there will be a lot of them. Now, the biggest thing the Eruptor has for the bugs, like being against them, like the good thing for it, is that it can take out bug holes from a distance in one shot. That's pretty awesome. It means you don't have to mess with bug holes at any point, so they're just kind of, he's like, oh, I see one over there, let me just take a couple shots and oh, it's done. Anyways, let's move on to the next objective. It's fantastic. Now, obviously on the higher levels, you still probably get overrun because that's just kind of how it is. But I also personally haven't fought a ton against the bugs with the Eruptor, but it's not my favorite when I do. I don't enjoy it that much because I feel so hamstringed taking such a low fire weapon for such a high fire rate group. And really the only thing that the Eruptor has for you against the bugs can really be done with the grenade pistol or the grenade launcher, which are both way better at crowd clearing. So personally, I wouldn't take the Eruptor. If you want to, hey, I ain't gonna stop you. I'm just saying I wouldn't. So yeah, grenade pistol or grenade launcher are arguably better than the Eruptor against the bugs, but it is what it is. Now, the Eruptor is really good against the Illuminate, good against the Automatons, leave it against the bugs. Overall, the Eruptor is a very versatile weapon that can help deliver massive blows to the enemies from a distance. You want to keep it at a distance. Now, personally, it's one of my favorite guns in the game, especially against the Illuminate and the bots. because it just smokes their bases from so far away, and they just crowd clears pretty decently unless you're up close, in which case you're screwed. Now, I don't know. A lot of you guys might like it. A lot of you guys might hate it. It got buffed at some point in the last couple months. Made it really, really good. And the shrapnel got buffed as well. So basically, it's probably the best gun in the game, if you know how to use it. If you like this video and you want to see more like it, leave a like and subscribe, as that would mean a lot to me and I'd really appreciate it. Leave a comment down below for any video ideas you think I should do, and hey, maybe I'll do them. And with that being said, remember, Helldivers, for Super Earth and managed democracy, I'll see you next time.